Brought this from home today, bay tree, that I'm going to pot on from that to that. First of all, I'm going to try and get as much of the old soil out as I can and discard it, so that's what the bucket's for. Let's get that done. You can see underneath it's pretty far gone for the size of pot. I had potted this on previously last year, but it does need a bigger pot. I'm not going to get much of this out without doing a lot of destroying it, so I'll just tease out some of these roots. It's the best I can do. Yeah. So let me get this so much I need. Just put that down there for a minute. Too much. Still a little bit too much. That's about it. Now this course lives by our back step near the kitchen. This one was well overdue. And that's going back to the house now. Job done. As I said yesterday, I'm going to sow some lettuce and spring onions. These should be good date-wise for the rest of this year, but onions can be a bit iffy, especially with older seed, and these may or may not germinate. So that's just going to use the end of these, a little pinch in each one. I will use them all because I don't want to be hanging on to old seeds like I have been guilty of in the past. And especially if these are on the way out, I don't want them hanging around and me be tempted to sow them when I shouldn't. I just want to give these a little top water before I do anything else. Right, we're still rolling good. Right, so we've got all those seeds in there. So let's give these, they've had a bottom water, and make sure they get a top water as well, just to settle them in a bit and to make sure the seed's fully moist. I've got some contamination in the head of this sprinkly thing. Yeah. I'll persevere for a minute. I'll sort that out later. That should be enough to sort that out with. Okay, let's put them on the shelf. And the next one is lettuce. Again, I can't remember the provenance of these seeds, so let's just get what we can. A whole lot's going on anyway. Give it some of this again. So use my bigger spoon. I've had this soaking in a bath so the compost is nice and damp. But again, I'll give the top a, I think I'll mist the top rather than spray it. Oh, I should do. There we go. That's today's sowing taken care of. Got to decide which. I'm going to just carry some of the herbs back with me day by day. I'm not sure which ones to take. I seem to have 5 rosemaries here. This one needs a weed, so I'll sort this one out first and maybe take this back. These are going home, of course. So let's do that. So, all the carrot tubs, all 3 of them, I've got some good germination. This one really good, as well as that one. And the little one now is coming on, which I thought had been munched by slugs, but no, they're coming. But it's a good time now, at this stage, to thin out the seeds. So I shall do that. Sometimes it's difficult to decide which one to pull up. I think I'm finally going to admit defeat on these early onward peas. There's still no sign of them, so I think I'll just have a quick investigation, see. Look, a rotted seed. Now Does that mean the seeds weren't viable? Another rotted seed. And they just eventually rotted away. Hope it's not me being stupid, you know, by keeping them too wet. But I don't think so, because they've been treated the same as, exactly the same as other things I planted at the same time. And they fared okay. So I'm just guessing that these were duff seeds, and maybe this thing with the compost is a red herring, but I don't know. It doesn't matter too much. I've got some early peas coming up in the greenhouse in pots, big pots. Let's go and have a look at them actually, see what they're doing. I can do it from outside the greenhouse. Yeah. So I'm going to have to make do with these until my main crops come up. Okay, so I've retrieved all the compost from those peas now, and I'll keep it quarantined until I've had the information from the broad bean test. And I'm now suspecting it's actually the seed. And they were new seed I bought this year from a local garden centre. So I have some left, so I think what I'll try and do is try and germinate a few at home under some tissue or something and see if there is an issue with them. Okay, you begin to doubt yourself, whether you've done something wrong or, you know, you've forgotten something important. And I have been doubting myself, so I've grown peas for donkey's years and I've never had this problem before, so I don't know.